You're listening to Rumble in the Morning on FM 99.
She is America's pleasure coach. And not in the sense of the word like, a coach that you ride in, but rather someone that sits there at the sidelines and says, no, lower, more, faster, slower. Often thought of as the Vince Lombardi of sex. Please welcome the Rumble in the Morning Show, Dr. Sadie Allison. Good morning, Dr. Sadie.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. The Vince Lombardi of the sexual world, America's pleasure coach.
I heard that. You had me
Coach.
cracking up over here.
You're in Los Angeles, right?
I'm in LA right now.
Damn.
I'm based in San Francisco.
But it's early.
It sure is.
Y'all getting up early. Yeah.
I get up early for you.
Thank you. And so do I for you.
Uh-oh.
Good morning. So prior to your visit with us today, by the way, Dr. Sadie has a website called ticklekitty.com, and all the different things that we talk about are available on that website. You sent over a selection of products, which I handed out to the different members of the morning crew here in an attempt to get some homework done this weekend.
Ooh, okay.
So I thought it would be a fun time to go around the room and find out how everybody did.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. And with Valentine's Day on Thursday, this is great timing to get warmed up.
Hey, by the way, if I get something from your website, you can get it here by Thursday, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right.
Yep.
Fine. Top quality. Top quality. None of this Mylar jazz. None of this blow-up doll kind of stuff. This is top quality. Not a single inflatable sheep to be seen. Top.
Yeah, no dolls. Yeah, no dolls.
No ducks.
You're right about no dolls, everybody. Yeah, I think you're talking about products from the Play With Me Valentine kit, and I personally curated every item in this kit, and every item has a specific purpose for her pleasure. There's some for his pleasure. There's toys you can use together at the same time. So it's a really all-inclusive kind of kit that'll last you all night long with 8 items.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, Shelley, you took home, gosh, what was the name of that?
Is it called California Dream? It says that on the box. It's somewhere on it.
California
Dreamin'.
Yeah, that's the Pattering G-Spot.
Is that's what that's called? I know it had a picture of a Ferris wheel on it.
And I thought to myself, I want to go to that carnival.
Right. And I trusted Dr. Sadie because of the womanizer.
Oh.
When she first sent over the womanizer, I was like, this is an interesting thing. And all right, it's different.
Right.
Turns out to be the best.
Really? The womanizer was the one?
Right.
Yeah, and you know what, Shelley? That is the Womanizer has a new item out. Their new product is called the Womanizer Liberty, and that's part of this Play With Me kit as well. And it's smaller. Hello. It's waterproof, and they even made the controls to have less suction. So
it needed to.
Liberty,
that was my problem with it. It went to 11, and that was wow. You know?
Okay. I'm not trying to take the thing off.
Right.
If you don't mind, doctor. Yeah.
Well, you know, because the Womanizer Liberty it's an air pleasure technology, so it has a little suction going on for women, if you catch my drift.
Yeah. Yeah, so very subtle of you. Yeah. Yes, you got
it. Anyway, that's the 60-second right there.
No, that really? From 0 to 100 in 60 seconds, huh? Wow.
That's right.
All right. Wow.
Yeah, so I trusted you because of that, although this one I'm trying to be subtle.
I know.
Ones that have 2 ends to it.
Okay.
I've never been interested in those before. I've just kind of always.
Well, does one go in and one goes above,
yes,
right?
Yes.
In and
that's
above.
the way
above,
that it works.
Right?
That one has it's a dual stimulation.
Okay.
But only one, but one's for the pleasure button and one's for the other area.
Right.
So
yes.
And there you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I waited. We went. You gave me the homework to do on Friday.
You have to do it.
Right.
Yes, right.
And if Friday didn't work, Saturday we were at a party too late. It wasn't time to. So I finally pulled it out to to plug it in last night, and I didn't realize that you had to charge it for. It says at least give it a full charge the first time, and I don't want to ruin it, and just give it a. So this morning.
What? Before the show?
Yes.
Really? At home or here?
At home.
Oh, okay.
What am I, weird?
What am I, weird? Oh,
I love that.
We took phone calls from everybody that had finished one off at their place of business, I think you'd be shocked.
No, that's right. I know, but
I hear pleasure in her voice.
I know. A little flush on her face, too, a little bit.
Yeah, it was actually, it was quick. It was pretty quick.
Yeah, you got there. So,
it was pretty
mission accomplished, but that's not the ideal setting for that, right?
Rushed early in the morning before I get
makeup and everything flying. Next thing you know, your husband's going, what the hell's going Sounds like, well, man, we get a new toothbrush?
It was really loud. That was one thing with that. Because I first turned, it has like a locking feature to it. The buttons on it are in a weird place, and they accidentally get hit more than they should. But it has a locking feature, so I was like playing with it to turn it on, and he was in the next room with the baby, and it just and he was like, what was that?
Jump on your hands? Nothing? Oh, my God.
I think that's so sexy that you tried it before work because, hey, you know, having a big O in the morning is always a great thing for anybody.
It's a great way to start your day.
You know, you have more pep in your step. You know those people at the office that have that perma grin? Those are the ones.
Oh, now we know. Oh, do you know who I just conjured an image of? I can't even tell you.
Oh, God.
Because we have one or two people that walks around here with that smile all day long. Makes you wonder.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to start wondering now. I always wondered why
Shelley,
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was curious, Shelley. Do you enjoy pleasure products with your husband?
Yes. Usually that's how. Yeah.
Normally.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was pointing that out to somebody the other day because somebody said, wow, that's, it's too bad these people don't have a partner. It's like, no, you don't. You're not getting this at all. This is playtime. These people have a partner, and a pretty, probably, I'm guessing, pretty healthy relationship that you can bring this stuff into your bedroom and have a good time and mix it up a little bit.
That's so right, and we need that when we're in long-term relationships. You kind of get into ruts. You do it in the same way, in the same spot, in the same position. And this is what you need to do, just like anything else in your life that you're going to want to improve and grow, like your career or like you're working on your kids. You have to invest time and make it a priority. So bedroom accessories are called play toys, pleasure products. These are toys for grown-ups. And you'll be surprised at how much fun and excitement it brings. And even if you end up laughing together and being silly, that's what it's all about, because laughing increases endorphins, which is your happy chemical in your brain.
Right.
So you laugh, you feel more good, you feel better, and it also brings you closer together, and you learn more about your lover. Now all of a sudden you're like, wow, sex is good again.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, it's another level of intimacy, too, because you're really being wide open about this stuff, so to speak. It's not like throwing darts, but,
Right? Yeah, and Valentine's Day is the perfect night to do that because, people ask me for, what should we do? And they try and think of these grandiose ideas and these big expensive dinners that come and go. But really invest in your relationship and get more connected and be present with each other and do something that's just really authentic where it's just you two in the bedroom. You get candles, put on your favorite music, maybe even start with a nice dinner that you cook together and really just kind of re-explore each other and start fresh. And with these new products, like if you get the Play With Me kit, now you have a whole 8 different items to explore and have fun with. And you'll definitely have fun, especially with the womanizer.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel weird about that name, though. It makes a womanizer was always like a negative connotation about a guy. He's such a womanizer.
Yeah, and you know why? This product was made in Germany.
Ah,
the womanizer.
That's right.
They didn't realize how it translated over in America.
Oh, that's interesting. All right,
it's
that makes sense. By the way, we're talking to Dr. Sadie Allison from TickleKitty.com. Any of the products that we talked about, you can find on our website, TickleKitty.com.
You know how at Chick-fil-A people were boycotting it allegedly because they were anti-gay, and then gay people were like, no, this chicken is so good. That's how the womanizer is. Like the name, all right, it's a bad name, but it is such a good product. I can look beyond that.
I can see past it.
Yes. Yes, that's all I was going to say.
It's the Chick-fil-A of pleasure products is what you're...
That's so 50% of the women that tried it in the test group got there in less than 60 seconds. And there's a lot of women that have problems still getting there. And I have guys that I talk to, and they're like, Dr. Sadie, I try all night long. Right. I just want to please my wife. I just want her to have that feeling. How can you help me? And I said, you know what? Get the Womanizer Liberty. It's part of the Play With Me kit. That'll get her there. Now she'll know what it feels like. She'll see how good it feels. And now she can get she can get to know her body better once she gets to that point. So this is kind of a marital aid, if you will. It really helps get things sparked.
Now, you really do have a doctorate in human sexuality, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's why this isn't like some Kentucky Colonel nickname. It really is. You really are Dr. Sadie. And this is something that, how did you get started in this line of work?
When I was in high school, I was the advice giver to all my friends. I was nicknamed Little Dr. Ruth, believe it or not.
All right.
I was uninhibited. I grew up in the 70s in San Francisco. So in my family, there was no shame or guilt or any of that negative messaging around sexuality. So when I got there, I was comfortable with it. I was enjoying myself, and none of my friends were. And I was like, really? And you've never even had a big O? Well, let me tell you how. And so that started me off to teaching women how to understand their own bodies, what they need to know, and that evolved. And I ended up writing books, and I have 6 best-selling books now on sex techniques. My very first one, Tickle Your Fancy, is a self-pleasure guide for women. Mm-hmm. One book that people just love as well is called Tickle His Pickle.
Tickle His Pickle, yes. We have a copy of that back in my office somewhere. Yes.
Nice. Yep. Mm-hmm. Ride 'em Cowgirl is on positions, but not just positions, but what to do when you're in them that makes you a good lover. Because there's all these small little tweaks and things to do with your hands and what to do with your eyes. I have a book on butt play and the mystery of the undercover. It's
adult time, what can I say? Normally we do adult time a little later in the show, but today you get a special pass. It's Valentine's week. Come on, we gotta pick up our game here.
Yeah, we gotta wake people up.
Let's right.
talk about pleasure.
That's right. Drop your kids off somewhere and listen to the radio.
I can tell you how to wake up.
Yeah.
I figured that out this morning.
Yeah, another cup of coffee. No thanks.
I'm good.
No thanks, I'm good.
That's right. And, I just put something up on the website that you might be interested in. Men ask me, they're like, I don't know if I'm that good in bed. My wife isn't as responsive as I'd like. She doesn't tell me. How do I know if I'm a good lover? So we made a quiz. It's right on the homepage at ticklekitty.com. Right. And you can take it in like 30 seconds, and it'll tell you what your wife isn't telling you.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
Yes.
All right.
So are you excellent? Are you mediocre? Are you somewhere in between? So it's a really fun quiz.
That's excellent. Well, I'll tell you something. It's all good stuff, and it's always fun to talk to you because, a frank discussion of human sexuality is required. I mean, it's necessary. There's countries on this planet that see human sexuality as a basic human need and address it as such. They even provide sex workers and whatnot in some of these small Scandinavian countries because they believe so much in it. You need the touch of another human being.
That's right. And Europe's always been ahead of us. But, here in America, and since the Internet had come around and people are able to communicate more, we've definitely evolved. And I'm so happy to see more people opening up to themselves, especially women who in the past may not have even looked at themselves in the mirror at their anatomy. Yep. But now, women, understand it's their natural birthright to have pleasure, self-pleasure, giving yourself the big O is totally healthy. And communicating with your lover about your needs and your desires, both ways, really important. And Valentine's Day is a great time to really kind of focus on you as a couple and do and say some of those things that you haven't done in a while.
That's a cool idea. Dr. Sadie, it's always good talking to you. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. Her website is ticklekitty.com. You can check out the Play With Me Valentine Kit and many of the other products and supplies and things that she has up there and some great advice. Always good talking to you.
Thanks. You too, you guys. Happy Valentine's Day.
And you. Talk to you later. There we go. 7:58 now. How about that? A little something, huh? How about this over here?
Yeah, no.
Starting your day, yeah. Wouldn't that be so nice? I got to remember that for tomorrow.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nobody wants to hear my story, though.
Why is Rumble in such a go?
Why is Rumble on Crime Stoppers? Should have gone to that 7-Eleven on the way in.